Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are creating just a single character and we're going to create a base starter house. It's kind of got like spooky vibes for it. And this obviously is for the new Sims Life and Death pack, which I have been very much enjoying. But that being said, this is actually the second video I filmed. The first one I started, I'm halfway through the build, but it was just getting too big. And then I was like, oh, let me start again. I should probably explain. I was trying to do like a starter house challenge mode where, I would go in and have like 20,000 simoleons to move a sim in. And I went over that budget so quickly with this pack because I tried to go in only using stuff from this pack and build and buy. But a lot of the stuff is really expensive, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. I think I went too ambitious with some of the things that I was trying to do, and I just couldn't. Anyway, I'll talk about the character, but that's kind of where I was. I was trying to do a starter house, didn't work that way, but it's not that big. That's what's so annoying. But anyway, let me talk about this character. So, this is Scott. He's just a random skeptical sim who is going to be like a book historian. I kind of wanted him to be a little bit skeptical and like almost like he was a writer and his bosses kind of said, right, we want you to write some like ghost stories, some biographies, I think. Biographies about certain Sims and some ghosts who live, but he's like, he just doesn't believe in ghosts. So he's moved to this town and the idea is that he was going to move into a starter house. But that didn't come. But still, I still wanted to do this build. And trying to use base game and this pack. One, this pack has quite expensive things, so your money depletes quite quickly. I think before I started cheating, I literally put like one bed down. I did the living room and the build, and I did go a little ambitious with the build, but I can kind of see how much of a challenge it is, and I really do want to do it. Like, I really do want to do it, but I feel like you're going to have to use a lot of base game stuff. And I have always wondered why some of the Sims have, like, 3 countertops. It's because they're expensive. Inflation. Can't. But anyway, this is Scott. I put him in all of the outfits because why not? So, ideally, I wanted to go with this, like, spooky kind of house. It was 2 stories on each side, and then the middle had, like, a little bit of a tower. 1, it was way too expensive, and 2, it kind of looked like something inappropriate, so I thought I'd change it. So, but anyway, this is this build. I really like the way it turned out. I tried to go a little bit more experimental with the top of this house, which is what I don't normally do. I did spend like about half an hour on roofing. Roofing is my nightmare. I don't like it. I just need to get better at it. I think that's what the issue is. So yeah, we do kind of slowly work on that. But anyway, yeah, this is this build. And like I said, I really wanted to do a starter house that was 20,000 simoleons, but I found it really difficult. And again, I feel like I was very inspired by like the spooky kind of haunted vibes, not going 100% like horror terror, kind of going something with a little bit different. But again, I think my ambitions got a little bit too much ahead of me, and I messed around with roofs for so long. So this is sped up by 10 times right now. As you can see, I do end up moving this roof down to it's like a single layer, a double layer, a triple layer, and I quite like the way it turned out. No, I changed it. Sorry, I do lie to you. I do lie. I end up taking the top middle bit out, which I like it, but like I kind of really wish that I kept it as a tower. But I already had the first time I tried this with a starter house, and I was like, you know what, I can't do this again. I need to just really try. I was trying to stick to the budget, okay? But I do kind of like the idea of this house. I think I was just being a bit ambitious, and yeah, everything is just so expensive in this pack. I can't. But I really do like it. And there was one piece of roofing. There was one piece of roofing that was driving me crazy, and I think I do end up fixing it, which is pretty good. That being said, how are we guys? How are we guys? How are we guys? How are we guys finding the new pack? I'm honestly really enjoying it. I know there's a little bit of like controversy at the moment about snow. I haven't gotten that far yet, so I'm not going to comment on it. That's just something I've noticed. I kind of almost would have thought that like snow wouldn't have landed here, even though wait, isn't it based on like Romania? I mean, snow does fall in Romania, but I was kind of thinking because of like the magical essence and like of the netherworld that's here, it probably wouldn't. But like I don't know. that's for you guys to discuss in the comments, because to me it's meh. Like, I love seasons, but like, speaking of that, um, doing this build, I really, I am so, I don't understand how people, in a nice way, not in like a, I don't understand. I just don't understand how, like, if I only had the base game and one other pack, I don't think I could survive. I feel like someone needs to make a video about like the best game that you can do, the best pack that you can buy, because I would have said this one, but like, you can make a quite a cohesive build, but it's just expensive. And then base game is just boring anyway. Like, I rarely use base game stuff. I did in this, obviously. But I did try and heavily go with this pack because I wanted this build to be centered around it. So the house that I'm doing now, which is the first time house, the first time I tried this challenge that isn't now a challenge because I do go over the budget, I am just going to do every pack because why not? So yeah, this is in the cozy casket house, which is like right at the top of the lot. It's 300 simoleons to buy the base, and then the value lot is 45,597 simoleons. It's a residential. It's a 1 bed, 1 bathroom, and it does have, oh, I put the wrong one in. Oops. It has the hollow ground lot tray. And yeah, I did quite like this build. Again, it was a challenge, but I'm kind of enjoying that. And I like this pack at the moment. I mean, things are expensive, but like everything is in life at the moment. So yeah, this is the way it is at the moment, but I do end up changing it. I think I probably put too much like wallpaper around as well. But yeah, I mean, this top layer does go, so I do kind of feel bad, but it works. It works. Also, there's a chandelier that comes in this pack. I put that chandelier absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere because I really like it and it's one of the only lightings that I like. Turns out your sim has to walk around it, so don't put it in small builds. Otherwise, because like this kitchen's pretty small. It's like 4x4 and the chandelier is 2x2. So I obviously put it in the middle thinking, oh my God, this would be so cute. No, your sim could not use anything else in their kitchen. So that's wonderful. But I did enjoy it. I am excited to jump into the second build I have going. That one is going to be a little bit more ambitious, but we're going to have to just get there. I'm really liking this like open roof plan bit, and I don't really know what to put in there, if that makes any sense. Like, I could have, obviously at this point I wasn't really going with the whole like, oh, I need to put things absolutely everywhere to make it really cluttered, because it was just like a startery house that a sim had just moved into. But I feel like sometimes I think about ideas and I'm like, I want to do this, and then it just doesn't come to fruition, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So that's kind of what happens. So here you can see I'm just placing everything down. We do recolor everything. I just wanted to get everything down and stuff like that. This is when I decided, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm Baroque and I've literally done a living room. So yeah, the money cheat wasn't working because I went in through it to manage worlds. But I like this build. It's definitely a good starter house for this area. I feel like this could be more of a house if you are, if you're kind of a sim, maybe like a super sim. If you're a super sim and you kind of just want to move somewhere temporarily, this is a good house. It has everything you need, and for you to explore this pack. But I do think I'm going to do another build. I'm thinking kind of like a cabin in the woods type of vibe. But it is going to be small. But then I guess you could use the tiny lot type of vibe, but then obviously you kind of need time to live. See, everything needs everything. It's just, I can't do it. But that being said, this build is cute. I really like the design of this pack. Like, I like the whole kind of more modern twist on like old feeling. It feels old, some of the modern stuff, but it looks new. I don't know. I just, anyway. These tarot cards, best thing ever. So at this point, I just went full hand to the wall. I was like, you know what? Everything from this pack is going into this build. And that's what I did. And I really like the wallpaper. I'm not normally a person who likes like patterned graphic wallpapers. I'm someone who's very simple, and I feel like this kind of goes into more me, where I like things to be very like plain, very square, very like I like things in a box. Those are probably issues that I need to uncover at some point, but that is not the point of this video. And you know, at this point is where I'm like going into base game. I wanted to just focus on the life and death stuff. And plants. There was no real like spooky plants, and I did feel myself going, oh, I know that there's like a fern thing that I want, but that's from a different pack. And it was constantly me knowing that I wanted to put something here, and like I had an idea of how I wanted it to look, but they were all from different packs. And I am someone who's quite lucky, and I have gotten all the packs. I don't have all the kits. I feel like that's something I'm going to slowly work on. Just from like looking through some of the kits, there's only a certain amount that I really want, but I don't know if anything would scream out, oh, this pack would help with this build, from just obviously what I'm remembering. But no, it's just me. I am definitely more of a build buy person than a create a sim person. I love building houses. I love just being able to sit back for a few hours and just build a house, build a dream house, build a house of how I like. But that is something I need to get out of, because I'm obviously, with making a save file, I need to get out of the idea of like every house has to be catered to me. Sometimes it doesn't, which is why I ended up doing the bedroom a little bit lighter here, because if I could, I would just go everything black. It's such a good color. It's such a good color. Black is my aesthetic. I love having everything really dark in my room. Like, my computer is black, my desk chair is black, the fan's black, the bookcases are black, my cabinet's black. You know, I have a mini fridge, that's black. I have an ice machine, that's black. Yeah, they are in my bedroom. My sofa is black. My bed covers and everything, black. Pillows, cushions, black. Like, I love it. My walls are like blue though. That's the only thing. That was the only thing, like, because when I obviously like decorated this room, my mom, I was like, can I just have black walls? And my mom was like, no. I was like, what about grey? And she was like, no. Add a bit of colour. So I ended up doing a light blue. I was like 14 at the time, by the way. And she was like, no, do blue, because if you do blue, then the room looks bigger. And I was like, maybe I want to feel like I'm in a tight box, although probably not, because I am claustrophobic. But I do have a black feature wall, so I did get my way a little bit. I did actually, I painted that one weekend when she went away, and then she came back and didn't even notice, so that's that little story. But anyway, we are going to end right here. We're going to go into, this is me playtesting everything just to make sure it works. This is something I need to start doing. I need to start playtesting and make sure. At first I thought it was the doors. It wasn't the doors, it was the lights. So, yeah. But yeah, we're going to go into a little bit of a speed up overview of the build now. Like I said, I really like this build. I definitely feel like I could have done more with it, but I feel like my creativity was a bit blocked by not being able to use aspects of other packs that I know I had in there and I know I wanted, and there was just, oh, I just can't. But anyway, let me know how many packs you have. Are you someone who gets all of them or not? Also, I do keep forgetting to paint ceilings, because I don't technically know how to do it. So, anyway. Yeah, let me know if you're playing this pack and you like it. Let me know what you think about this build. Do you think it gave that, like, a little bit spooky? I'm torn between doing, like, full-on spooky and not. But anyway, this video is about to end, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in my next one, and I hope you're enjoying the pack. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.